Is it okay to stay in a relationship if you're not fully happy?
What I think is marriage is a little bit different.
But I feel like if you're not happy, you're just settling. You just be with someone that's not your dream girl. Am I your dream girl?
You're my dream girl. Absolutely.
Why? Why do you say that? No, for real.
You're my dream.
How'd you know I was your dream girl?
That's a very good question. You're my dream girl because... What's going on, y'all?
Welcome back to our podcast.
That's right. We're back again. We're back again to our podcast. If you're new here, welcome. Actually, before we even jump into today's topic, just letting you guys know we have a flashcard game. It's called No Holding Back. So feel free to actually just, the link is down below. The objective of this flashcard game is to help you and your partner connect on a deeper emotional level. Right. So I'm not going to talk too much. This is the flashcard game. Grab it. Buy it for your spouse, your partner, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you got going on. This is what we got for
your dog.
Your dog. Buy it for them. Talk to them.
Right.
All right, let's go, baby.
You ready? Mm-hmm. So the question of the day is it okay to stay in a relationship if you're not fully happy?
Oh, my goodness. Is it okay to stay in a relationship if you're not fully happy?
So is it okay if you stay in a relationship and you're not fully happy?
What I think is, personally, I think if you're not happy,
you wouldn't stay in a relationship if you're not happy?
Stay in a relationship if I'm not happy. I wouldn't stay in a relationship if I'm not happy.
Why is that?
Marriage is a little bit different. But
still, if you're not happy in a marriage and y'all try to make it work, why stay? I understand, like...
Just gotta keep praying. You're just gonna have to keep praying. Okay, but because marriage is a little bit different.
Marriage is different, but like if you're in a marriage and you're not happy, why stay? Like I just don't understand. I am a full advocate on like do what makes you happy. If you know this person is not making you happy, why stay?
I get that. I honestly get that. Okay, but first, let's just talk about, because there are two different sides to this in my head. Every time you ask me questions like this, I'm always going to answer in two different ways. Okay. There is in marriage and there is in a regular relationship.
So how about if you're fiance, not marriage?
Fiance, like I said, I classify that as, I put that all in the same pool as dating.
Okay.
But the moment you guys are saying, I am going to be with you for the rest of my life, and I'm committing to you in front of people, in front of God, in front of whoever the priest is or whoever that's officiating, you guys are married, it's different.
Okay. I do agree that's different. I feel like that's a serious ball game.
You can't just simply just say, because I'm not happy with maybe he's not taking me out.
No, happy meaning like you feel drained emotionally, like you're drained. You know what I'm saying?
Like emotional abuse?
Yeah, but not abuse. I wouldn't say abuse, but the person is not, well, would that be abuse? The person not trying to communicate. The one person is not trying to make things work. You're always the one initiating things. Like, that's like...
This is about to be a good topic.
You know?
Here's one.
Okay, let's first talk about the couples, like people that are fiance and people that are just boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay.
If you're not happy in a relationship, are you staying?
Yeah, if you're not happy with your partner, yeah.
And what does happy mean to you? Like happy with your partner mean to you?
Okay. Happy, okay, without the whole surface level stuff, we're talking about, okay, I'm able to express myself. There's no disrespect.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, the chemistry is strong, but he's not disrespecting. I mean, she's not disrespecting me. She's not. What's it called? Just making me feel like a bum. You know, I mean, we're not a bum. Like she's not making me feel less than. You know what I'm saying? There's respect. There is understanding. I'm happy if there's those things. I don't see any other reason as to why I'm not gonna be happy. So yes, if she is not providing me with anything, she's disrespecting me constantly. I've told her several times. I've spoken to her several times, and she's still constantly disrespecting me. She's trying to manipulate me, you know what I'm saying, in many different ways by the use of my money or, you know, those. And if I'm not happy, and I've mentioned it several times, I got to go.
Okay, so for me, happiness means like you're seeing me. You're adding happiness to my life. Like I'm not depending for you to give me that happiness, you know? I feel seen, I feel heard. You know, when I'm talking to you, you know, you're actually listening to me. You're understanding me. You're not trying to rush my speaking, like, oh, hurry up, get to the point. What are you trying to say? Well, I will get to the point, but like when I'm talking to you about something, it could be anything, something that you're not really interested in, but you're still listening to me. Those are the things that makes me happy in a relationship, like feeling heard, feeling seen. Those things makes me happy. So if I'm not getting those things in a relationship, I feel that you should leave. Like, I feel like there's no need for you to be in something where your partner is not trying or actively showing effort to change. Do you understand what I'm saying? So do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if you're not happy, I'm not saying, oh, he's doing one thing, I'm not happy, I'm leaving. I'm not happy, I'm leaving. Like, no. I'm talking about essentials, like things that you actually need in a relationship, And that can be in anything, like marriage, fiance, girlfriend, and boyfriend. It doesn't have to be that's why when I ask you questions, I know you always say, okay, it's different. I do understand where you're coming from. Like, marriage is different, but even people that are married still get divorced. So you saying, oh, it's different, it doesn't really change anything because...
Let me explain.
It doesn't change anything because you're still not getting the things that you need in a relationship, regardless of you being boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage, whatever. We've seen so many people that are married and it didn't work out. And it's not about like they didn't try. They did try. But one person is not putting as much effort. And when one person isn't putting as much effort, it don't matter if it's the boy or the girl, you are going to, you guys are going to separate. It's bound to happen.
I got to be able to explain it very well.
Not like bound to happen for like people that are together, but I'm saying like if you're lacking a lot, it's going to happen.
Okay. Let me explain it very well so you can understand exactly where I'm coming from. And I already know you understand already, but this is for the people. Mm-hmm. I have let me not say I have two different mindsets. I'm going to explain it in two different ways. Mm-hmm. I'm a Christian, strongly believe in the values of the Word of God. Mm-hmm. So the Word of God makes it very clear under these three different circumstances. The first circumstance for you to depart from your marriage or the covenant that you've established with your spouse is death. Death gives you. Once the person is dead, you can move on with your life and go be with someone else. Mm-hmm. The second is adultery. Mm-hmm. Physically stepping out of the relationship to sleep with another woman or man while you're in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Can't do that. And I remember the last one is for your faith. If you believe in something, assuming, let's just say I'm a devout Christian, mm-hmm. and maybe you want to leave me because of my faith, that's the only time it's allowed. And again, you guys can always correct me in the comments. I'm not saying I know it all, but this is just a little bit of what I've come to the understanding of. Now, there is that. Mm-hmm. But obviously, if somebody's physically abusing you, a man is physically beating you, emotionally, yes, I'm considering emotional because emotional abuse is equivalent to physical abuse in many different ways, mm-hmm. And also not in the same way. But let's just put that all in the same category. If a person is experiencing all of these things, mm-hmm. yes, according to Scripture, I feel like you should leave. But when it comes to when it comes to emotional abuse, I feel like this is where separation comes in play where, okay, you know what? I can't be in the same vicinity of you. I'm not divorcing you, but I need to separate from you because I'm not feeling what I need to feel. You see what I'm saying? So I understand that.
You're not feeling loved.
I'm not feeling loved and all those kind of things. So
seen and heard. Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's my part. My understanding when it comes to my faith, and this is my background, what I believe in. That's my faith background. That's that side. But now let's come into human terms. Let's assume you don't believe in faith. You don't believe in none of this stuff that I just said. But let's say you have a different mindset. Now, this is what I would advise. If you're in a relationship and this person is not making you happy at all, well, the person's supposed to add happiness to your life because you're already happy, like she said already. If I'm already happy, you're just adding extra happiness to my life.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If that is the case, and you know this person you're not happy in this relationship and you don't believe in none of those, you don't have no religious background, you're just doing whatever you want to do, then dude, if this person is not on the same wavelength, you just gotta bounce. That's what I believe. But for me, I'm a believer, so no matter whatever happens between
if you're married, we're not saying to leave your spouse, so that's not the advice we're giving you.
Exactly.
I believe that if you are not aligned or both of y'all don't see eye to eye, you know, there's a lot of, not eye to eye, like meaning we have disagreements, but I'm saying like you guys are actually emotionally not understanding each other, you're going to suffer, babe. If I didn't, will suffer. Babe, imagine if we were in the same spot we were in the beginning stages now. Do you think we will be where we're at right now? We don't want to grow together, and there's nobody's like growing. You're not growing with me. I can't be stagnant. I need to move up. You know what I'm saying? I can't be back down low. There's certain people, they're in a relationship, the partner is bringing them down without them even realizing. They should be past a lot of things, but the guy or the girl is just dragging them down. Financially, emotionally, physically, we don't even know what it is.
It's a drag.
You know what I'm saying? Financially, let's say, you know, you're trying to work towards something. I'm like, oh, babe, can we give my dad this money? Oh, babe, my family needs this. Or, you know what I'm saying? My mom needs this. You're not building your own, you know, your own foundation, your own business, your own thing. Like, you just keep, I keep taking, or vice versa. You keep taking. Physically, let's say I keep beating you up, or physically, I don't want you to look good. Like keep up, keep your shape. You know, I keep feeding you food, feeding you this, feeding you that. And I know for sure you want to look good. You want to look, you know, and I keep I'm dragging you down. And without even you realizing, years will pass and you're like looking at yourself in the mirror, like, what is really going on? Why do I look like this? You're supposed to like uplift your partner. And that's why I said, if you're not happy, why stay in the relationship? If the person is not willing to make it work or show effort. But if the person is trying, there's no need for you to leave because he's showing effort. But I feel like if you're not happy, you're just settling. You just be with someone that's not your dream girl. Am I your dream girl?
You're my dream girl. Absolutely.
Why? Why do you say that? No, for real.
You're my dream.
How'd you know I was your dream girl?
That's a very good question. You're my dream girl because I want to be better for you. In this relationship, I want to grow. I want to change. I want to be a better man. I want to be a better husband for you. I want to be a better father to the future unborn kids that we haven't had yet, which is still in my balls. I want to be better for all of you. Know what I'm saying? I want to be a better man.
So I make you become a better man. Really? Oh, Belvish, that's nice.
I mean that. You inspired me. You inspired me to become a better man because I'm saying a lot of people don't know this type of woman. The type of woman you are. Like there's a certain level of class that you have. A lot of females are ghetto. And what I mean by ghetto is, I'm not saying she's ghetto like she puts on 5,000 eyelashes. That's not what I mean by that. I'm talking about ghetto in regards to certain kinds of behavior and attitude. You have class to the way you carry yourself, your mannerism. There is class to it. And that's what I'm talking about. And so for me, you are my dream girl. You are my ideal girl. Okay. Ain't nobody else my ideal girl.
But some people settle. That's what I'm saying. Some people just settle.
Some people do settle.
And when you're in an unhappy relationship, don't you think they settle?
Some people do settle because they have accepted it.
They just accept their fate.
They just accept their fate.
Oh, my girl will never listen. Every time I talk, she's just going to keep talking over me. And then you see some grandpas or old men, they just don't say nothing. And when they go out, they talk so much. You're like, hey, does this person feel hurt in his relationship?
I understand.
Does he feel seen?
I understand where you're
And they just sit, they settle. They're just like, you know what, this is the best I can do. Or I have things to lose. I have kids, you know.
Oh, I see where you're emotionally coming from because it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard. That's why I said for me personally, when it comes to the faith side,
we're not telling you to leave.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My faith prohibits me from just making that irrational decision and just leaving. My faith encourages me to pray for my partner and keep praying until I see change.
Okay.
And I do believe in prayer. I do believe in the fact that if you continue to pray for your spouse, God will do amazing things. I believe in that. But in the same token, as much as I'm praying, I'm also putting in the effort in terms of my communication physically. I'm trying to help her understand that, hey, I'm not here to attack you like you always told me. I'm not attacking you. I'm attacking the problem. So there are ways you can actually talk to a person to help them come to a certain level of understanding. Unless this person is extremely
like stubborn. You've been doing this for I'm talking about a timestamp. So what would be your timestamp? Because everybody's timestamp is different for you to stay in an unhappy relationship. Like you were saying, talking, praying for how long? Like, I'm just asking a real question, though.
Well, as long as your heart can take it. I can't give you a specific timeline, but I think maybe for me, right, I I feel like
you keep saying have faith.
Let me be real.
Be real.
God forbid if God forbid, let's assume that you and I are not together, right? And like when we never met each other, I don't know you. But if knowing what I know now, and if I was to be with another girl, I don't think I'll have enough patience for that.
Because you know your values.
Because I know my values.
And you know that someone will give you better or treat you better.
Absolutely.
Why be with someone that gives you the bare minimum?
Correct. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we're being real, like
Collins is saying, like I understand where he's coming from, like from a faith point of view.
Yes.
And you don't want to astray people, like make people go astray.
That's right.
I do agree with that. You saying what you believe in and all that.
Yes.
But then at the same time, you have to tell people what you would do.
Yes.
Because there's some people that are like, take your advice, and then they're like, is there suffering?
Yes. And
they're like, Collins is the one that said,
yes,
yeah, you gotta keep praying. But that's why I'm asking for how many years and how many.
I'm telling
you. Yes, prayer does work. I do believe prayer does work. You pray, and you have to do efforts, though.
Yes,
you have to show some type of effort.
You have to. You're absolutely right, baby. But I'm telling y'all right now, like if I was, like I said, given with the information and the knowledge that I thank God for this beautiful woman, and of course I thank God Himself. Most of all, what I have right now to be with another woman and have to deal with her, whatever she got going on, and she's, the immaturity and all this kind of stuff, and just she's not even at the level where she's not even comprehending what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like I'm talking to her, she's hearing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a certain level of patience I can endure.
Yeah, I understand.
This is where love comes in, because the moment love comes in, now love is so scary. It's good,
like a drug. Love is like a drug, like for real.
Because if I don't love the person, I don't think I have enough patience to deal with it.
When you love a person, babe, the stuff that you will endure, is it endure?
Endure, yes.
Oh,
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Like you had to deal with my shenanigans and my defensiveness in the beginning. I believe if you didn't love me,
I had a mindset that like we're gonna get through this, and we're gonna talk like through our problems, whatever issues we have, we're gonna work it out, and I'm willing to like help you grow, but that takes a certain type of type of care, love, not even only love, because I don't think love is enough. You have to care for the person and want better for that person, like for that person's well-being, just for him to become better.
You want me to become a better human being, and that's what I'm saying.
But you have to, like, oh my gosh, I don't even know. You have to want it.
You have to want it.
You have to want it bad, and then you also have to want it bad.
Correct.
You have to know what you're losing too, because it's like, okay, like she's putting all this work. I see that she really wants this to work, or I see that you really want this to work, but I also have to want to change. I have to want to accept what I'm going through or what I'm doing. Like,
yeah, what I'm doing. She's absolutely.
You
right.
have to accept it. If you don't accept it, and you're like, no, I'm not defensive. I'm not this. I'm not that.
Yeah,
I don't know where we would have been.
You can't change.
You're never going to change. We're going to be in the same spot, and then I wouldn't be able to take it no more because love is not enough.
Yeah,
love only takes you to a certain extent until it's like, we're getting old.
Yes, and I think this is where, like, for example, one of my friends said this at time before in the past. He said that what's it called? Growth begins when excuses. You stop making excuses. Growth begins when you stop making excuses. The only way, like she always says, the only way you can really grow is if you accept your wrongs. Stop trying to think that you know it all. It's very, very important, and it's detrimental to your relationship. The moment I start to think that I am above whatever she got to say about me and I got nothing to work on, I'm going to lose out on a valuable woman that could have been
vice versa,
helping me throughout my life. You see what I'm saying? So when someone tells you that you're wrong and you're doing something wrong, and the facts and the evidence that they present actually leads to that,
or it affects the person in a way, because you may not see it as wrong, because this is what you've already been used to.
You've been prone to,
but you're actually hurting your partner, or you're making your partner feel some type of way.
Exactly.
That's when you're like, okay, I really need to change.
Exactly. This is where the problem lies. So in this situation, I do believe that this is where we have to work on our problems, and you have to, do better. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, back to the question, right? So the focus of the question was, what's it called? How do you know the difference between a rough patch and settling?
Settling is accepting the person for settling is accepting the person for who they are, and then a rough patch is more so like, this is just an obstacle. This is something that you're struggling with, and you're trying to change. Like, we're both working towards changing.
So I would say, to add on to what she just said, the way you really know if you're actually settling versus you actually know that you're in a rough patch is when, for example, if the problem comes and, like she said herself, the guy or the girl is actively trying to make a change for it. That is when you actually know that it's a rough patch. But the moment this person is not even hearing what, it's like your words are coming in and there's a brick in his ears and it's just bouncing back out. He's not even trying to change a single thing.
And you're settling for it.
You've gotten to the point where you're like, oh, I just give up. This is how he is.
You're accepting him, yeah.
The moment you accept it and you're like, this is how he is or this is how she is,
it's over.
You're settling. And the moment you stop trying to continue to talk about it, I'm telling you, sometimes you just got to keep talking about it.
Because you should know your value. You should know what you bring to the table.
Exactly.
Not like, oh yeah, this like physical work. I'm talking about like emotionally. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So if you know that this is the person, you're accepting the person for who they are, and that's just how you're accepting. You're not willing to talk about it. You're not willing to tell them, hey, I don't like when you do this. And you just like, you know what, let me just sweep it under the rug because every time I talk, he's going to think I'm nagging or whatever the case may be. As soon as you just accept it, that's when you just settle. You're just settling for whoever the person is. But you should never settle. You should always work through the problem. Never shut up. Keep talking about it.
Talking about it. If it's bothering
you, talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Say it in so many different ways. Say it 5,000 times. Let the person know that this is a problem that I'm honestly facing. Now, it's different if the person has apologized. If he has already apologized and he seems like he's working towards it, you don't need to be bothering him about it, or her about it. But if not, you got to talk about it in many different ways. Let them know, sweetheart, this is really affecting me. Let them know how serious it is. It's really affecting me and how I view you, how it's making me view this relationship and how I'm viewing you long term. Now, you don't have to sit here and say, I'm about to leave tomorrow, but you could be like, yo, if you don't do something, I'm going to have to figure something out because I need this change. Right. And you got to do that because if you don't, sometimes people don't realize what they have until it's gone. And sometimes you got to show these people that, look, you got value. You know yourself. You love yourself. But at the same time, you love them and you're trying to make this work. That's it.
Yep, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I am so hungry, guys. Oh my gosh.
I know, baby. We're about to go grab some falafel. About to go grab some good falafel.
Yeah, I need some shawarma.
Comment down what you guys think.
What would you guys say in the comments?
That's right.
All right. Thank you guys. Bye.